Controversy erupted during the opening of federal parliament after One Nation senators turned their backs during the acknowledgement of country, drawing widespread backlash. Meanwhile, an emergency audit has revealed hundreds of Queensland children are going missing from care, and TAFE Queensland has launched a new reconciliation action plan to strengthen cultural respect and inclusion. More on that later. Kaya, this is the National Indigenous Times Daily News Bulletin for Wednesday the 23rd of July. One Nation senators sparked controversy during the opening of federal parliament on Tuesday by turning their backs during the acknowledgement of country. The protest was widely condemned as disrespectful and misleading, with the party conflating the acknowledgement with a welcome to country ceremony in a social media post. Ngunnawal elder Auntie Violet Sheridan delivered the official welcome, urging those present to walk gently with shared purpose. Her words were met with praise from Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Opposition Deputy Leader Susan Ley, who both acknowledged the importance of cultural respect. Cabinet Minister Claire O'Neill criticised One Nation's actions as disrespectful, rude and childish. The protest comes as debate around cultural recognition continues and scrutiny mounts over One Nation's record on race. An emergency audit has been launched after it was revealed 780 children in Queensland's residential care system are self-placing in unknown locations. Advocates say the crisis reflects a long-standing failure that disproportionately harms Indigenous families, with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children making up nearly half of those in care. Many are feeling what advocates describe as a harmful, profit-driven system. A formal inquiry into Queensland's child protection system is now underway, with Indigenous leaders calling for a culturally responsive approach and direct community involvement. TAFE Queensland has launched its third reconciliation action plan, committing to stronger relationships, respect and opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Unveiled at South Bank Campus, the 2025 to 2028 stretch wrap builds on previous plans and includes new goals to embed reconciliation across the organisation. Yugambeh and Santo woman Rose McMahon shared her story at the launch, reflecting on breaking cycles through education and finding pride in her identity. CEO John Tucker says vocational training plays a key role in building a more inclusive and equitable Australia. New childcare legislation introduced into federal parliament has been welcomed by SNAKE, the national voice for our children, but the organisation says the real reform will require more than tougher regulations. The bill gives the Commonwealth stronger powers to cut off funding to early childhood education centres that fail to meet safety and quality standards. Education Minister Jason Clare said the changes aim to lift standards up, following recent high-profile failures in the sector. SNAKE CEO Catherine Little said while the legislation is a step forward, systematic issues remain. She called for long-term reform that addresses workforce shortages, inequitable access, and a funding model that prioritises care over profit. Little highlighted the proven success of Aboriginal community-controlled early years services in delivering culturally safe and high-quality education, urging the government to support and expand these models. Two First Nations-led organisations have been named as this year's CommBank Next Chapter Innovation Partners, each receiving up to $200,000 in grants and tailored support to tackle financial abuse through culturally informed, community-based programs. New South Wales Mudjingal Aboriginal Corporation will run trauma-informed sacred circles, blending cultural healing with financial education, while Queensland's Mukai Rosie Bian will launch a social enterprise using traditional plant knowledge to empower women economically and culturally. The announcement aligns with the release of CommBank's financial year 26 to 2028 Evaluate Reconciliation Action Plan, reinforcing its commitment to supporting First Nations-led solutions and long-term financial independence. Multi-award-winning artist Emily Wurramara has released her new single Adore Me, a reflective alternative indie folk pop track exploring the complexities of love. It's her first official release since making history as the first Indigenous woman to win an ARIA for Best Adult Contemporary Album for NARA earlier this year. The song blends heartful lyrics with atmospheric sounds and continues Wurramara's legacy of creating music that is intimate, powerful and deeply personal. That's today's Daily News Roundup from the National Indigenous Times. For more news, head to nit.com.au and sign up to our free newsletter today.